I bought it for under $30,000. This one, $11,000, and the Bugatti, well, anyway, yeah, $11,000 for this Volkswagen Touareg, which was a one-owner, or almost one-owner, California car with 160,000 miles. Now, it does have a little bit of wear and tear. You can see there is a scrape here on the front bumper. It showed up very dirty from the shippers, but it is a lifelong California.
'Twas the nights before Christmas. Despite last-minute stress, few were delivering except Walmart Express.
Stockings were hung by the fireplace with care, knowing in about an hour stuffers would soon be there.
Faster than a reindeer with a red nose. Yeah. Fast like Bush Rhymes' legendary flow.
Faster, Buster!
Let's go! Disney don't answer the nice things you can get. Lego, headphones, got many good sets, hub, a rep, remote control jack, letters, watch as pajamas. Use Walmart for all your last-minute needs. You know we gotta get it together for Christmas Eve. Welcome to your Walmart.
I'll be home for Christmas.
You can plan for me.
Please have snow.
California car. So it has lived in a gentle, rust-free climate, which is huge, but it was originally a female owner. No comment, but you can see the beefy tow hitch right here, and that's how I was introduced to the V10 Touareg, and I'm sure a lot of you were as well. The old final gear clip of this thing towing a Boeing 747. And they achieved that with no modifications. They just added 15,000 pounds of ballast inside of the vehicle, like sandbags, 15,000 pounds, and the car didn't squat down because of the air ride suspension. It was just absolutely incredible, mind-boggling to watch at the time. And here we are almost 20 years later, and now they're more known for their incredible maintenance costs as much as the legendary power and performance. Now this one did have a lot of service records on the Carfax, but not a lot of detail, so I'm not sure what's been done. I don't know if it has the original turbos or not, original suspension, original alternator and starter, the stuff that requires removing the engine for, but I do know it was maintained very well, and it's currently showing 160,000 miles. The interior is really plush and comfortable and holding up really well. As you can see, nice wood and leather, good quality materials throughout, and well, a pretty attractive instrument cluster as well. Nothing too fancy in here, but under the hood, yeah, a totally crazy powerhouse. The plastic cover kind of gives it ribs, or a six-pack, I guess a 10-pack at the V10 TDI twin turbo. And one other crazy thing is they don't sell valve cover gaskets for these cars. If it does have an oil leak, you have to buy the valve covers themselves with the gaskets on them for like $600 or $800 a pop. So a valve cover gasket can cost $2,000 or $3,000 with labor on a vehicle that's already not worth a whole lot. Now you can buy absolute basket cases for like $6,000, $8,000, and often I'm the guy that dives on that grenade, but not this time. I wanted to buy one that was usable, that had a good history, to where I didn't start off on the wrong foot, because I'm going to make this my daily driver for the winter and just see how bad or good it could possibly be. It's been parked here overnight. You can see there is a few little diesel drips there, so it is leaking a little bit of something. Really, that's not bad. With an old diesel, if it's not leaking, it's empty. But the funny part, when you experience these three cars all together, which probably nobody ever has before, you see all the engineering similarities, starting with the keys. So I'm gonna do the Knights of the Round Table here with the three keys. Let's start with the Volkswagen here. So yeah, similar Volkswagen key, identical Bentley key, and identical Bugatti key. So the exact same switchblade key design with a little bit of bling difference, but also they make the same sort of bings and bongs when they start up. So we'll take out the Touareg, but first I want you to hear them all start up and hear the similarities of the noises they make when they start. Ready on one? the exact same bong, the exact same chime. They didn't change it.
Discover your new Mitsubishi, right now at Bill Knight Mitsubishi. Come finance a 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage G4 for $272 per month for 84 months. Or check out the 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, finance for $450 per month for 72 months. Or finance a 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander for $483 per month for 72 months. Now during year-end sales event, visit us today at Bill Knight Mitsubishi.
I fight for Super Earth.
I fight for Super Earth. I fight for Super Earth.
I will keep Super Earth safe.
Hell no.
Work directly with T. Rowe Price, and together, we can find the right investments to help her potential bloom. That's the power of curiosity. Better questions, better outcomes. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
At all across 3 brands. Even the warning chimes. See what I mean? It's ridiculous. Well, let's take this Bugatti Touareg GT out on the road, and we're also going to take it up to the Car Wizards for an inspection, and hopefully we don't have to take the engine out on day one. I can enjoy this thing through winter. But you can see the V10 badging on the shifter does look very nice, and this one was optioned with both center and rear locking diffs, which is a very nice thing to have, which would have made the MSRP almost $70,000. You can see a pretty cool parking sensor setup, and really all the luxury comforts that you would want in a luxury SUV, but with an absolutely insane power plant. The torque, just unreal. Let me show you. All right, pulling out, I don't have to worry about slowing anybody down in this thing. It's so torquey off the line, that snap, and then it just keeps pulling and pulling, and we're going way too fast. It is a freight train. It's absolutely ridiculous, but then at the same time, it is such a comfy cruiser. It is so smooth, the air ride suspension and the seats so comfortable, and there's so many adjustments in here. So it's in comfort with the suspension right now, but I can switch it to sport or whatever I want. Same with the suspension height. There's 6 inches of height difference from its highest and its lowest setting with the air ride suspension. Let's do another pull here. It broke the wheels loose. Just pulls and pulls and pulls. Absolutely unreal. And then I have dual zone climate control, great visibility. This thing is big, but not so big like a full-size truck or SUV that's sort of cumbersome to park and maneuver or whatever, but it has full-size capacity when it comes to towing, 7,700 pound towing capacity. And the air ride ensures that this thing never squats down with a heavy load, it always stays level. But as amazing as an engineering marvel as this was, people did not like the maintenance and repairs out of warranty. Buying a Volkswagen, even though it was expensive, $69,000, and then having to take the engine out, it did not compute with people. Same with the Volkswagen Phaeton at the same time. They had the W12 from the Bentley inside of a luxury sedan that cost almost or more than one of these Touaregs at the same time. Yeah, like I said, Volkswagen completely lost their minds. They did not care about the end user of these things. They just wanted to engineer the craziest, most amazing stuff ever, and they certainly did with this Touareg. But their hubris would come back to bite them in a big way with Dieselgate. I'm sure most of you know what it is, but basically they made their diesels cheat in emissions testing to basically, when they were put in dyno mode with the diagnostics hooked up, they would change the tune to be less polluting, put out less power, and thus cheat the systems for emissions regulations. And they were caught red-handed, and the fines were just unbelievable. 25 billion, yes, with a B, $billion in fines paid for Dieselgate. And they had to buy back, I think, 300,000 or 400,000 cars and just totally junk them. All diesels, and with all that bad publicity surrounding their diesels, they sort of gave up on diesels altogether when it came to the consumer market, and have gone all in on electrics just like everybody else. So Volkswagen Group really is a shadow of what it once was, but thankfully there's plenty of these old relics around to relive the glory days, or I guess relive the nightmares, because hopefully this car doesn't come up with $25 billion worth of fines when it comes to repairs at the Car Wizards. Wizard? Wizard?
You're here. The galaxy
Were you
awaits your
practicing
soundly.
putting with a downpipe, a ruined downpipe from an Evo?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got it out. It was definitely annihilated. Holy crap. Because that's not supposed to be pulled apart like an accordion, is it?
No, they pulled on this really hard.
It's all shredded. You started work on the Evo, I see.
Yes, we have the exhaust off. Parts are showing up. We're gonna reassemble it. I think it's gonna be a good car once we get done. I have a good feeling.
Nice. Well, I brought a unicorn here. She may not look like much, you know.
'Twas the nights before Christmas. Despite last-minute stress, few were delivering except Walmart Express.
Stockings were hung by the fire to prepare, knowing in about an hour steppers would soon be there.
Express delivery to y'all, and to all a good night.
I truly believe that Shopify believes in the business owners that they support. They want to see us grow. Shopify Capital has helped us buy more inventory, purchase more ads, things like that. Shopify Capital is helping me to be more creative in my design space and step outside of the box.
A normal old Touareg. But this one is the V10 diesel, twin turbo, 550 pound feet of torque.
Diesel?
Very rare.
How much? How much?
No, I think you need to inspect it first. Tell me how terrible it's going to be, and then fix it for $5 like that 500E, which is still your daily driver.
I don't know.
You got me pretty good with that. Well, it was a big risk, obviously. Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
But it is.
It looks clean.
It is one owner California car.
You know, with these engines, everything is engine out, like the alternator, the turbos.
I know.
Engine out, engine out.
Right. And a lot of plastic hiding everything, so curious what hides beneath it. So, two throttle bodies, it looks like? Yeah.
Those look like coolers.
Yeah, but on the other side, they got two throttle bodies.
There's the throttle bodies.
Yeah. And then a lot going on in the middle. I guess it's easy to change the oil filter, huh?
Yeah,
right there. That's the only easy thing to do, I suppose, on this.
Man, it's crammed in there, isn't it?
Yeah, they really went nuts.
This thing is sweet. So far.
So far, absolutely, yeah. It did drip a little bit of oil on the ground. I mean, for a diesel, I'd probably just leave it alone unless it's something scary. Yeah, inside. She's clean.
Is the check engine light on or anything?
The only light that's on is for the low washer fluid for once. Yeah. But air ride suspension.
Is it right smooth?
Very smooth, yeah. Cushy seats.
That is so cool, man. Well, I guess we can see where this leak is coming from.
I suppose, yeah. The only other problem, and this wasn't disclosed by the seller, maybe because they fixed it. Oh, we got some cat food in the back for Neelix, but yeah, no hatch struts. And this is the hatch strut, apparently. This.
Oh, nice.
This stick. So.
What is that?
Beats me. A box?
Rear window Touareg.
So rear wiper? Maybe?
Or is it the struts for this thing?
Oh, it's possible. They just didn't put it in, huh?
Maybe.
Interesting. Okay. Well, up she goes.
Up she goes. You know, I think it's normal for this car, but you know what it reminds me of?
What's that?
A Ford 5.4 Triton 3 valve with bad cam phaser.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, when they sound like a diesel, but they're not.
They're not. That's right.
And that was a, what, $8,000 motor. You quit doing used on those.
A lot of people call us to say, I need to get this fixed. It needs a motor. When we tell them it's $8 grand, never mind.
Right.
So, here's what it is.
Well, kind of like the top, we have a bunch of under panels too, huh? And a bunch of oil.
Yes, definitely leaking something.
Whoa. Okay.
We got to get these panels off. We'll have Danielson grab some tools and see what's going on here.
Yeah. All right.
Beefy.
Very beefy, but very, very leaky. Oh dear. All right, down we go. It's got a little bracketry on the back, huh?
Yeah, some weird German engineering.
It is over-engineered, this vehicle. That is for sure. Okay. Please don't say turbo, Wizard. Please don't say turbo. Please. Oh, you can't see anything.
It's really crammed in there. Something here? Up there.
What?
I can't see anything.
This is so stupid. It is. It is so tight. This might be the tightest engine bay. I mean, this side of a Bentley Continental GT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
It is super tight in here. It's definitely coming from up in this area.
Maybe. How's the rest of it? Let's take a look at the rest of it, huh? So the air ride suspension on these cars, they hold up so much better.
There's a plan everyone can adore. 25 each for your party of 4 or more. Just 4 different friends you see. Connected for less with AT&T.
This is Roberto.
Hey there.
Roberto is an over-the-road trucker who takes his business very seriously.
Sure do.
Better than Land Rover, than Mercedes, than BMW. And I think it just comes down to them protecting the rubber parts, the airbag parts so well, you know?
You can't really see much of it.
Right.
CV boots look good.
They put them in, you know, a metal box and a condom and all that stuff to where they can't get popped, but...
Brakes are about 70% remaining.
Yeah?
You obviously got the oil leak here.
Right.
I think if we were to get that solved, as far as the engine's concerned, it would be happy. Man. Okay, there's the transmission. That engine is huge.
It is ginormous. And you can't make out anything. It's just, holy crap. Okay.
There's a little bit of wetness here, maybe from these connectors, solenoids or whatever.
Off the
transmission fluid.
Oh.
It's red.
So kind of like Mercedes when those start to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And it wicks into the wiring, and that could definitely cause problems, right?
It could. There's our transfer case.
Yes.
Nothing's leaking from there.
It looks new.
It looks happy.
They just have it so easy in California, unless it's been replaced, because that looks ridiculously nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know the drive shafts love to fail on these, and this one does not look original.
The flex discs look good here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a fairly new drive shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that beefy differential to handle all that torque. Man, it's big.
It sure is.
I love a big differential.
I know you do, and big drive shafts. But here's this air strut again, like I'm talking about. So we have metal, we have a plastic condom. You cannot see, well, there's a little bit since it's up in the air, but you cannot see any of the rubber. It's protected inside.
And that's why they don't pop. It keeps rocks and sticks and whatever from getting in there.
Mercedes, you just see the rubber exposed, and it's exposed to the elements, exposed to rocks and contaminants. Same with Land Rover, you can see the rubber in them.
Right.
It's pretty obvious what they should do.
It really, other than that oil leak, it looks pretty clean under here, pretty nice.
Yeah, all right.
Any serious rust or anything going on?
Well, maybe we can see it from the top and confirm if it's that valve cover gasket, huh?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Once again, we cannot see. There's no seeing anything.
No. I think I'll go get the Teshlong and we'll be able to stick it down in there and see what we see.
So the Teshlong is something that normally would go inside of engines so we can see, but we need it to see outside the engine.
That's what's so crazy.
All right, in we go.
I gotta switch positions.
Looks like you're right on the gasket there, huh?
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's too much stuff.
There's some wetness.
I see wetness, but...
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to do it from the bottom up.
Yeah.
Follow the trail up from the bottom.
Here we go.
What? What's that?
A little bit of oil there, but it doesn't look like it's connected to the valve cover.
So basically, it just needs an engine removal just to inspect it. It's the Bugatti of SUVs. It really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
You can't see it from above. You can't see it from below.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you want to go up one more time and probe some more?
I think I'm gonna have to.
Gotta get more. There's more bolts.
More screws.
We were able to get into your Bugatti easier than this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The engineers were just given free rein. Like, go nuts. They told us, go nuts, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of nuts.
It's all different hardware.
And this was when they were engineering Audis with the whole nose that needed to come off for a thermostat or whatever.
Yeah. Service position all the time. We needed to put a new belt on, service position. Oil change, service position.
Well, what about that? Okay.
'Twas the nights before Christmas. Despite last-minute stress, few were delivering except Walmart Express.
Stockings were hung by the fire with care, knowing in about an hour stuffers would soon be there.
Faster than a reindeer with a red nose. Fast like Bush Rhymes' legendary flow.
Faster, Buster!
Let's go! Disney don't answer the nice things you can get. Lego, headphones, got many good sets, hub, a rep, remote control jack, leathers, watch as pajamas. Use Walmart for all your last-minute needs. You know we gotta get it together for Christmas Eve. Welcome to your Walmart.
The ultimate bundle just keeps getting better. With the most anticipated new releases.
What happens next?
Join me.
I am back, baby! We're going to Hollywood.
You and me, we're in this together now. It's just the beginning.
The Disney Plus Hulu Max bundle. Plans starting at $16.99 a month.
Some wetness in there. Man, it's quite a lot. Now we're getting somewhere.
What is on the pan there?
Big diaper.
Do they anticipate it's going to leak? Did they like know in the future this thing's going to pour oil, so we're going to catch it with this?
Why would they put, that's definitely factory.
Yeah, it is.
They put a fabric cover over the oil pan. Have you ever seen that before?
Not on an oil pan, no.
Is that just for quietness, like insulation or whatever?
Quiet down, probably.
Well, that's probably what they'll tell you.
Right.
So this is leaking pretty good here, like this hose is leaking. Maybe it's spraying.
You're here. The galaxy awaits your salvation.
Jensen, look around.
We can't let them.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Oh, no. Is that one of those rubber couplers where it drives like an accessory?
Probably. What is it at?
That the thing with the shiny letters.
Oh yeah.
Can you see?
I've never seen the wizard this, I don't want to say stumped, but it's